Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another chassis variant series video. I haven't done one of these in a little while since the last ones with the Thunderbolt, Tennessee and the Stalker variant. And here we are with the Timberwolf BH, standing for Bounty Hunter. Yes, by the 3060s, the Bounty Hunter, whichever version this particular one was, had got himself a brand new shiny clan Timberwolf. And he basically just decided to heavily modify it. This version has, in MWO, a total of 7 energy hardpoints, which is pretty good. It's quite a lot. I mean, for players who like their warp or just energy melt mechs, this is a pretty good choice. It's also equipped with a bunch of ancillary equipment as well, targeting computer, Guardian ECM suite, and comes default with a tag laser as well, a light tag. So it's got a pretty decent suite of electronics in there to keep it hidden from fire, which is good in MechWarrior Online because obviously ECM is very good at allowing you to reposition using cover, breaking line of sight and being able to move to a different location, stopping those pesky missile locks a little bit longer. Outside of that, there's all the other usual Timberwolf bonuses. Pretty decent speed for a 75 tonner, and some other classic clan problems like LSAS. Now, they seem to have based this on the sourcebook version from Interstellar Players, which unfortunately doesn't go into any real detail about how he ended up with the book, although it does give a shitload of detail about the Bounty Hunter himself, and more to the point, it pretty much out and out says that the Bounty Hunter hasn't been the same person for anything more than a few years. The Bounty Hunter is always a different person. After so many years, they retire. If a Bounty Hunter dies, another member of the Bounty Hunter's lance becomes the new one, so it never looks like he's truly died. This is obviously just a much later Bounty Hunter, as I said, from somewhere around about 3067. At some point or another, they'd obviously gotten hold of this mech, heavily modified it. It still features the colour scheme and all the rest of it, which I've tried to recreate here in the game with the bright green with the C-Bill logos on the side, so it was nice that that was added. In his time, he's had, I believe it's 4 different mechs. He's had a Marauder, a Warhammer, a Mad Cat, and a Marauder 2, I believe. So he pretty much sticks to the classics and the fan favourites, essentially. He goes with them. You're never going to see them. You're never going to see him rocking around in the Thunder Stallion, for instance, or trying to go toe to toe with an enemy in like a Thanatos or something. He's not that kind of pilot. He knows what side his bread is buttered on, and that is very clearly the top dollar, most popular battle mechs or omni-mechs available on the market. But yeah, I mean, as far as new mechs go, I mean, these videos are going to be a little late out with these new packs. I dare say they're packs because it's literally it's annoying because it's a thing that PGI said that every time they mentioned doing this kind of thing, they got a very big pushback from people who said they would never play. They never pay for variants. They pay for new mechs, but not variants of mechs. And now here we are in a point where people are actually paying for new variants. And I know people want to support it and all the rest of it, and more power to you. You want to do that? That's fine. Cool. Whatever. I'm not going to spend money on variants, especially since a number of these things could be rebuilt in the game using existing models, which I've already proven you can do with a large number of them. It's nice to see some of them getting added here that were just not available because the weapon systems or the hard points just weren't available in certain configurations. I'm not quite sure where the Bounty Hunter should really sit within faction play. I actually think this one should be available for both sides. You should be able to use it because it's a clan mech and faction play for that side, but it should also be an Inner Sphere mech because it's being used by the Bounty Hunter, and, well, he ain't no clanner. So, yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. I think it should be an Omni sort of faction mech. You should be able to put it in both lineups. That'd be a fun little quirk, and I think, if you wanted a way of drumming up some sales, maybe giving players the opportunity on the Inner Sphere side to get hold of that. And to be fair, I would say there should be something from the Inner Sphere side that could be used by the clans. That should only be, perfectly fair in that regard. But I think that'd be a fun little quirk. Could actually, maybe get a few extra sales if they were looking at it that way, but, I digress. There's not really much else to say about it. I mean, this match was, I thought was a bit different. I'll tell you now, it's not going to be a winner. got pinned. I think part of the problem was that a lot of the team, from what I could tell, although I wasn't glued to the minimap the whole time, but it seemed like a lot of the team wanted to hang around on this kind of higher end of the rocks back there, which just gave the other team just all of the space to maneuver and change position and go in that way. And yeah, it didn't end very well in that regard. But the Direwolf, I do have a better showing in the Direwolf, which is very surprising. But it was nice to see the Direwolf Charlie finally added to the game. I mean, Direwolves should have a lot more going on with them, to be honest. I mean, you should be seeing more scary 100-tonners. That's one of the problems as well. There's not enough scary 100-tonners. I mean, I killed an assault mech. I got that, right? Give me that. I mean, I think I'm the last one to die in this map. It's horrible, brutal push. But these, I mean, when I'm making these videos, they're available for C-Bills in-game, so if you haven't picked it up, give it a look. Hey, at least that version's free. As I said, 7 energy hardpoints with ECM support. You know, you could probably come up with some pretty nasty builds out of this thing. So, yeah, Bounty Hunter, Enigmatic Man, Woman, who knows, it's always different. But you'll see the scoreboard in a minute. Laugh at my pitiful score, and have yourself a good day, and I'll catch you next time. Have a good one all. Thanks for watching. And, yeah, catch you next week for the Direwolf Charlie. Bye-bye.